Thank you. So you gotta just follow the sweetness sometimes. Sweetness of a smile like that. First her son, and now the mom, and also the sweetness of some fresh barbecue. I just love the proportions, right? It's just a table in front, all the prepped, horizontal shelves with all the food. It's a glass case in front, you can see what you're getting. It's only been a few days and I can recognize most of the basic language words. Noodles, you know what's bread, and then all the meats. The word barbecue is one that I learned new today. We're gonna go for it. It just looks beautiful. So. All things come together for a street food experience. Very few places in the world can compete with Ho Chi Minh City. All over Vietnam, this is just a magical time of day. Right here, 4:30 p.m., 5 p.m. See, I had that good feeling when we passed a young guy with the home barbecue. It just looked so awesome. It smelled great, and he just gave us a big smile. We pressed on to see the place that I had picked, but it was closed, so perfect. So we're walking back. Okay, it was somewhere around this junction. Yep, that's the spot. Oh, they have one table and it's even free just in time. The motorbikes are really intense, but it's also kind of fun if you're not opposed to some serious motorbike traffic. So we're gonna get some white rice noodles and then her grill. I still don't speak enough Vietnamese, but I know the 3 words in this situation that matter. The beef, the pork, and the chicken. Those are key words to learn. And then we know noodles. So we got that. Let's see what else we can manage to get. Wow, thank you. That's a beautiful bowl of noodles. Cảm ơn, cảm ơn. And cha kiao, like this. Thank you. Ah, see, there we go. So cha kiao is the spring rolls, but they're deep fried. So kuan is, I think, when they're fresh, so the summer rolls. This one, though, this is a highlight. We've been on the lookout for this, but I wanted to wait until we had a home-cooked version, just like this. So bo is beef, and then lolo is that special leaf. It is not a beetle leaf. Looks very similar, but tastes just a little more mild. Thank you. Cảm ơn. Xin cảm ơn. So cảm ơn, thank you. Xin cảm ơn, thank you very much. So that is the cha kiao, and I'm sorry I don't know the tone exactly, but this is bún. So you see many different things of bún. I think we've actually had bún 3 times today, but it's still great. You eat a lot of noodles in Vietnam. In this bowl, this is bún. You'll see the word bún a lot. Bún is just the rice vermicelli. The way they serve this is not really as a soup, although it is a bowl of noodles. There are herbs on the bottom. Can you see that? Down there you've got some lettuce, got some cabbage, got some bean sprouts, and then the one special one is, I think, Vietnamese coriander, also called rau ram. That barbecue just looks so delicious. And Thit Nuong is the pork barbecue. It's like a pork chop, chop it up, delicious. Now, you know what? Let's taste how delicious. She garnishes it with chives and peanuts. That is perfect. That is so comforting. Sweet. The marinade is peppery. These are so soft. You see, she puts the glove on. She dishes them out, one to each bowl. She chops up like this side salad, which is radish. A little bit sour, and carrot. It's just such a wonderful combo, so clean. So, there is a sauce. Some chilies, probably mostly sweet, so I'm just gonna do one of these. Okay, so I'll save the rest. And I see on the side over here, we've got some Southeast Asian friends right here, all over. If you need a boost of heat, that's your friend right there. So I'm getting some more of those herbs, and I noticed there's cilantro down in there as well. Just such a healthy, clean dinner. I love it. That is sweet. That is fiery. Wow. Yeah, that Vietnamese coriander, such a breath. Just it's a little bitter. Oh, I love it. Those fresh chilies are intense. And Vietnamese food is not very spicy, sometimes not at all. So maybe my chili tolerance is going down just after a week. So these are cha zaw, deep fried spring rolls, or deep fried pork rolls. But I also got a side dish of the whole thing. So let's try right from there. So both mom and her son are taking turns making these. I saw the son just deep fried some, so I said, please, one whole plate just for us. So a little bit sweet, just do that. And then I've got some herbs in my dish already. Porky, obviously, a little bit peppery, love that. There's something sweet, so I don't know if it's a mushroom or if it's just the bread is sweet. Oh, those two go so well together. The soft noodles and then the crunchy deep fried roll. Wow. Oh. I could eat 2 of these in a hurry. Wow. The light on you is perfect. It is sweet. I know sweet is not your flavor, but it is good. But yeah, it's sweet.
It's very good to try.
Yeah, the barbecue is just the highlight for sure. Man, that pork chop is amazing, actually.
Vietnam just has so many new noodles to try.
Yeah.
Our purpose come for rice, and then at the end, noodles.
Okay, you gotta try.
I even don't know how to say.
Do you remember where we've had that before?
Thailand,
In what city?
Hong Kong,
Where we had which video?
our marriage company.
Yeah. So I loved it since that restaurant, but I could not wait to have it in Vietnam, of course. Okay, last but not least, something I was super excited just to come to Vietnam to try. One of the coolest dishes, very unique from Vietnam, but you can have this all over Vietnam. This is the bo, which means beef, la lot. So the la lot is a leaf, and it's not a beetle leaf. So bo la lot, it's a lolo piper leaf, piper lolo leaf. It grows similar to a beetle leaf, looks similar, but it tastes very mild. So it's usually like a homemade beef sausage, just like that. Beef and onions, pepper, and the leaf is peppery. You see on top, there's some pork cracklings and peanuts, and then green onions. I just want to try that. I've been waiting a long time for this. Like smoky, peppery hamburger wrapped in this like mild, could even say sweet leaf. It's not slimy, but it's very soft. Oh man. Some peanuts. And some pork crackling. Oh. I'm sure they homemade that because that's kind of soft. Oh wow. What a dish. That goes great with the noodles too. Man, in Vietnam, everything with noodles. It is Friday night, but if I was working a day job, Friday night, coming home, this would be just such a place of happiness. Coming back from work, focusing just on this place. You stop here for 35,000 dong, which is like $1.35, $1.40. You have this. This is bánh thịt Nuong. Sausages, deep fried rolls. It's amazing. It would be the situation to have a beer also, but wow, this is great. Okay, Lee, thank you. Okay, so there's a grab driver parked 30 centimeters away from Lee's elbow right now, and he's just having a conversation. So the thing about Vietnam in the larger sense of the country, you gotta really appreciate something with me right now. So Thailand, where we live, is in Southeast Asia, and in general, Southeast Asia is a place of very high population density. But also think about where in the country people live. Are they living in the city, or are they mostly living in rural areas? Okay, so there's that. So basically, Texas is a little bit larger than Thailand. So Thailand's a large country. Thailand has 70 million people. We are in Vietnam, which is half the size of Thailand. But Vietnam has more people than Thailand. So you think, oh, well, okay, so it's roughly double then. But no, Vietnam in the north is almost entirely mountains. And then in the south, there's a lot of areas of water where they use that to grow the food. So people are living in cities, so it's probably somewhere like 4 or 5 times more population density per square kilometer than Thailand. And Thailand is already much more than USA. I think it's actually 30 times more than the USA. So imagine something like 100 times more dense. So if you, like me, if the background sound in the microphone kind of gets on your nerves, there are just very few moments when it's completely quiet. So we love our life in Chiang Mai, and Chiang Mai is very chilled out. That's one of the reasons we live there. But coming here to Ho Chi Minh City, which is just a 2-hour plane flight away, that's one of the reasons we just love living in Thailand. You can travel to something so close, but it's so totally different. So Ho Chi Minh City is quite intense, and we are learning how to deal with that. We rented a motorbike. It's just crazy driving around. Me on the bicycle, it's just crazy. But we're getting used to it and appreciating that people who live here, this is how they live. So that in that way, it's a total gift to be able to experience that. But yeah, these street food situations, that's why I say Vietnam is the ultimate for street food, because they have both the development necessary for you to fly to a smaller city. You don't just have to fly to the capital. You can fly to a smaller city, enjoy yourself there, but also they still have the local ways of life happening all around. You can just walk or drive on the same road, so that's a sidewalk, but there are hundreds of motorbikes, and the edge of the table is actually like protruding into the driveway sidewalk. So we're taking a chopstick full of noodles and then watching ourselves. But it's not malicious. I mean, people are just driving on their way home. They're even chatting with one another. It's just... There's a little girl right now sitting on the handlebars, chilled out. And that's just Vietnam. So Ho Chi Minh City is pretty intense for us, but that's also because of where we come from. Chiang Mai is pretty chilled out. So, man. And the last thing, whatever you think about traffic, if you do love noodles, Vietnam, pretty much, it's a number one destination for noodle lovers. That's beyond question. This is amazing. Lee just said, oh yeah, my wife is a noodle addict, you know, and she just said, just can't believe how many types of noodles for us to try.
And that's noodle always on the shop. You don't think you want to eat at the best shop.
Yeah. Ngon lắm. Yeah.
Cảm ơn.
Nice to meet you.
Dạ. Nice to meet you.
Good night.
Dạ.
Man, super friendly, so cute. Man, there's a line. It's almost like we have to wait for a green light to get out of the restaurant. Okay, 5, 4, 3. Okay, we're going. 2. Wow. Okay, so actually it is possible to be jammed on foot. We're doing the end of the video here. It's a safe surrounding. So guys, this is our final night in Ho Chi Minh City. I hope you loved the food. I hope you loved learning about Vietnam with us. And more than anything, I hope you just love the energy, the unique, one-of-a-kind street food experience that you will have here in Vietnam. We are tourists, we are visitors to this little bit crazy but so beautiful land of Ho Chi Minh City. Next up, we are going to Da Nang. Ho Chi Minh City is all the way in the south. Da Nang is kind of central Vietnam. So that's up next. I hope you're very excited for that. We are max to the max for sure. So good night. I think we have a green light in our near future. Hope you're having a beautiful day wherever, morning, night, anything. See you later.